We're going to talk about the S&P 500, Nasdaq. We're also going to talk about Chainlink, with a massive pump to the upside. Is it good time to be buying Chainlink, or is it a good time to be selling off and basically selling out and basically wait for a pullback? We're going to dive into the analysis. Also talk about VeChain. Okay, big pump to the upside. 150 was resistance. 150 was like basically last June resistance. We just broke it, pumped to like a 183. Are we going to be coming back down, or we just going to 100x within the next few days, few months, right? So we're going to dive into the analysis for Chainlink also. So if you have any alt you want to talk about, any basically stocks you want to check out, let me know in the chat room, so I can take a look at those stocks / cryptos. Right, so if you're new to the content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and basically join our public Telegram group. Market gonna close like in 45 minutes, so let's see if we're gonna get some type of reaction before the the daily candle close, right? So we're gonna start off with BTC. All right, so as you can see, like the weekly, not much going on. Like we got nice pump yesterday, 4%, 3.5%, 4% pump over the last three days, something like that, right? So, but the bulls seems the bulls, they seem like they're losing control over the last 24 hours. So let's see if the weekly can at least pump higher and retest 95 to 97. That's the most I can anticipate for the bulls to be able to go to. But I'm staying on my bearish momentum and see if we're gonna go up that high. All right, so let's take a look at the 3-day chart right now. The most important aspect of the 3-day chart, it is like we're getting a massive support just about this level of 200 EMA. We broke it multiple times, right? But the bulls, they showing like resilience. Okay, they're pumping back above it, and refusing to basically continue the downtrend all the way down to the low 8K level. So at least for the short term, my bearish setup is like to look for a reversal down to the low 8K, even could break 8K area, but I just want to be cautious and look for a possible retest of the low 8K first. Okay, mid to low 8K. That's what I'm looking for the 3-day chart. Now let's take a look at the 2-day chart. The 2-day chart, the 200 EMA, similar, okay, similar to the 3-day 200 EMA, as we talked about it previously. As you can see, like right there, we got massive support like that. It was like the first week of May, like May 8th, like something like that, May 8th, May 10th, right? When we dumped like almost like from 95 all the way down to basically 8100. And we did the same thing back in late May. We also dumped down to the 200 EMA first week of June. Similarly, now we finally broke it late June. All right, now we're trying to go back above it. So let's see if the bulls, okay, they're going to be able to pump above it. Like I said, on a weekly basis, 95 going to be roughly around like 50% of this body candle. I like to basically anticipate sometime market to go back up 50% of the most bearish body candle sometime a week. It can be a week like this, okay? So the 10K area week, all right, we pump back up 50% of it. This bearish setup, we also pump 50% of it. So if we pump 50% of this week, this basically engulfing candle, I'm not going to be surprised, because it is pretty much very usual to see like a market pump 50% of these bearish candles. All right, so but as of now, we need to stay below, the bears need to stay below the 200 EMA to continue the the downtrend. Other than that, the bulls can easily go back up to a 95 level. Okay, so you just gotta keep that in mind. Even though I'm bearish and looking for lower numbers, the bulls basically can still show for the next few days if they keep closing above the 200 EMA on the 2-day chart. So downside target, I just said it, right? Low 8K to mid 8K area if selling pressure is high enough within the next few days or so on, right? Now let's take a look at the daily. So daily, kind of crucial. As you can see, multiple retests. If you guys remember back in June, when I was saying like pay attention to the daily 100 EMA. All right, that time we first started like with the 6-hour 100 EMA, and then we moved up to the 12-hour 100 EMA. Let me show you. So right there, so first target was like to retest right there, 6-hour 100 EMA, and then after that we said we're gonna be looking for the 12-hour 100 EMA. And after we got this pump, we said most likely if we drop, we're gonna be looking for a possible retest of the daily 100 EMA. All right, now we retested the daily 100 EMA twice. We can definitely move down to the 2-day 100 EMA, which is move up to the 2-day 100 EMA, which is like roughly around like a mid 8K. So which is basically the same thing we've been looking for over the last over the last 2 to 3 weeks. All right, I know it is moving slow, but sometimes market just gonna annoy you when you're looking for a drop. It just moves sideways. It is nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is just FOMO. When the market moves 2%, you jump in, and when the market move move down 2%, you want to start selling and all that good stuff. So best thing to do for me is like just to stay consistent, right, and pay attention to the macro scale, the bigger picture. Market basically trending down, lower highs, right, lower highs. So you just want to keep up with the market instead of basically going in and out and basically losing money and basically paying fees and all that good stuff. You better just play the macro scale and then basically play the trend. That's easier. All right, especially when we're looking for a big drop all the way down to a 0.618 to a 50% pullback. We take a look at it. We talked about it yesterday. So if you've been following the channel, we've been looking for this level of basically 0.618, which is like 63, and 50% pullback going to be 71, 72 level. Okay, so at the same time, I haven't talked about the triangle, right? If you pay attention to the triangle, we basically about to get a big breakout. Okay, if you take a look at this trend line, you can draw it like this just to make yourself feel good, right? It is pretty basically consistent. You can see like the closing right there, just about 99. We got another closing just about like 97.90, and then we just got another close just about like 9400, 90, 93.99, something like that, right? Pretty close. So the downtrend. Hey, what's up, Sweet Canary? Hey, what's up, Robert? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So if you're new to the content, make sure to basically hit the likes, subscribe if you're already in our public Telegram group. If you're not in our public Telegram group, just click on the link in the description, so you can join our public Telegram group. We got some great traders out there. Okay, we got Giovanni, we got a Vet, we got Bees, we got SM, we got a lot of good traders out there basically making a killer. So you can basically join and basically share your ideas and all of that. The goal of the public Telegram group is just basically, most of you guys are traders, and basically to build a community where we can basically share ideas and basically both fundamentals and technical analysis. All right, so you can take a look at the basically the down, not the down, but the trend line. Okay, the baseline basically pretty consistent. All right, it doesn't matter how you draw it. You got like almost like 1 2 3 4 5 6, almost like 10 touches. That's pretty consistent. So most likely within the next few hours, few days, we could get a very big breakout. All right, so if you're bullish, you know how to draw a triangle. I don't have to basically teach you how to draw a triangle, right? So if you get a triangle, right, let's say price is moving in and out, right? You got this pump. Imagine this like this is XRP just pumped it upside 500%. All right, so you got this triangle right there. So, and you got your price doing this and that, right? So one-to-one extension, you can basically anticipate one-to-one extension on either direction. All right, but depending on your bullishness or your bearishness, you just have to pick a side. All right, but me personally, okay, my personal opinion is like I'm looking for a downtrend. So I'm looking for Btc to basically do something like this. All right, so a minimum retracement going to be all the way down to low 7K, and I just showed you low 7K, it is going to be 50% pullback, right? So if you take a look at it, swing low to swing high, right, you can see low 7K, it is going to be 50% pullback. And basically, if you're looking for, if you want to be consistent and just wait for your wait for your 0.618, you could be waiting for like a low 6K area. So low 6K area, if you pay attention to our previous analysis right there, when BTC was like, when we were looking for the WXY correction, and we said if we break like 72.85, we're going to be pushing to the upside. That was like back in April. That was a long time ago, but we had a nice setup right there, and we said if we break 72.85, we're going to the moon, and that's what we did exactly. So I was like, if we break 72.85 right there, we most likely going to retest like a 77 to 78 level. We did that exactly, and target was like exactly this 100 EMA. If you can see, like, some of you guys been following right long enough, so you remember that basically that setup. All right, so target was like the 100 EMA on the 2-day chart. So you can go back and watch all my videos like back in April when we targeted this 100 EMA. Now we targeted the same 100 EMA, and if we break it, we're going back to the same level again for reaccumulation and basically see what the market going to be doing next. But for the meantime, let's just focus on the short-term target, which is going to be the 100 EMA on the on the 2-day chart. All right, so at least for the short term. So that's possible. We could, somebody say that I think KSA BTC going to be trading in this range until like the election sometime in November, right? Something like that, right? I think the election is November, right? So S&P 500 could hit like a 33.25 before the election, and then they're gonna dump it. That's also possible. We're gonna talk about the the Dow Jones and all of that good stuff next, right? So now let's take a look at our favorite time frame. I haven't been talking about it over the last few weeks because market been moving sideways. But if you take a look at the basically a 6-hour time frame, it kind of give us a beautiful setup for the bulls. But it seems like that's why I don't want to trust the bulls right now. They're not taking advantage of these setups. All right. So I said it multiple times. Whenever you get a bullish crossover on your 6-hour time frame MACD, you tend to get like 400 to 600 points, right? But you can see like we basically struggling. Okay, we're struggling to get like a good momentum, even though we got like a very beautiful double bottom. I just don't trust the bulls as of now, guys. I want to be bearish. We got some bearish setup, but looking at the overall structure, very close to the 21 EMA on the 2-day chart, we got multiple chances to get like pump like 1200 1400 points based on the 6-hour MACD crossing over bullish. We're not getting it. So I just want to be very cautious and stay stay bearish until basically the bulls convince me they can take advantage of these bullish crossover. As you can see, multiple bullish crossover, we're still moving sideways. You can see 1 2 3 4 and 5, and you take a look at price is basically still making lower highs. Okay, still making lower highs, so that's not good at all. That's one of the reasons why I just want to be very cautious. And on top of that, you can see like the 6-hour at the same time, it is giving us a flat correction on our basically MACD, which is not good. Okay, which is not good. I showed you previously on the 2-day chart, right? On the 2-day chart, I showed you when the 2-day chart was basically what was giving us this flat correction. What I said right there, that was like the first week of June, guys. I told you this is the RSI going to be making this move. And as soon as we dropped all the way down here, I was kind of skeptical a little bit. I was like, okay, we got double bottom, so let's see what the RSI going to give us. But it seemed like it gave us another flat and another continuation. So let's see if we're going to get another flat right there before getting another continuation. But when we take a look at this RSI on the 2-day chart, we can clearly see this move was a continuation pattern, and it is not something like I just said, right? So it is something like to really keep in mind within the next few days and so on. All right. So daily MACD got a crossover, right? But kind of weak. Okay, it is a very weak crossover. no divergence at all. Let's see if we got some divergences, right? I don't think we got. I think Craig mentioned it yesterday, and he said like he's basically been paying attention to the 12-hour and basically you know, basically the daily we got the crossover, but I don't think that's basically a divergence. Okay, MACD, you know, making you know, trending down. Price is basically a relatively, you know, double bottom. I like to call this double bottom. I don't want to be doing all of that good stuff. Just do this. It's close enough, right? So, you know, the bears, you know, they're making a very good case. You know, we're gonna be dropping. You know, even though, you know, I want BC to go up, to be honest with you guys. I really want BC to go up to 20K, but I just have to be cautious. Okay, I just have to be very cautious and not try to follow the herd, right? Price has been moving sideways since like when? July, I mean not July, May 8th, right? You can see like May 8th, and today is like what? Almost like July 8th, right? So it's been over 60 days. You know, price range is the same. Okay, just about max is 10.5, the lows is basically 81, and mid range is like 92. So we basically at, you know, just about average over the last 2 months. That's why over the last 2 weeks I was like, okay, since like I'm shorting at average, I'm just not gonna do anything, because price can go up 200 points, 300 points up and down. But if you just don't panic, you don't do anything, you know, you're at midpoint, just, you know, sit tight. It would have been better if like I had a nice entry just about 98, but we had an entry just about 97, 98, but I got out like, I think like 92, 80, something like that, right? So, but target was like 88. I did not wait for 88. You know, most of you guys know I don't wait for final target. I like to take my money and run away. So if you don't BC, most likely you're gonna spike up to the upside and all that good stuff. But overall trend is sideways, guys. So if you follow like other channels, you know, they're giving you very good analysis, but the thing is, they're gonna be bullish today, and tomorrow they're gonna be like bearish and all that good stuff. I've been pretty much bearish over the last 2 months, even though price hasn't dropped. It's been moving sideways. You see what I'm saying? It is nothing you can do about you know, price moving sideways. So just be cautious. Just be cautious over the next you know, over the next few weeks and so on. BC, you know, doesn't have a very good performance rate during the summer. If you go back like last summer, right? Not last summer, but a couple of summers ago, right there, July, as you can see, that was very brutal. Okay, if you guys been in crypto long enough, you know, this summer, like July 2018 was very bad. Was very bad. So let's just keep that in mind. It was very brutal. I remember this downtrend. Every day when you wake up, you see like BC 2%, 3% down and all that good stuff. And you know, was painful. Okay, it was very painful. So let's just keep that in mind. And if you pay attention to last summer also, just about this area, you know, we had a nice big pump July, but after that we picked at 12K. After that, we just kept dropping. All right, we kept dropping and pumped 40%, and the moon boy started calling for 100K. So let's just be cautious. So guys, let me know what you think about the current situation of the market. If you guys think like the market going to be dumping over the next few weeks, because a lot of rumors. July 12th, I don't do rumors, okay, you guys know that, but you know, the rumors, they're saying like July 12th market going to be crashing. I don't believe it. I think we're gonna drop, but I don't think like we're gonna drop in a very specific date, stuff like that. I do not buy it. All right, so but it is my personal opinion. We can drop on the 12th too, right? So you guys talk about some fundamentals, right? So basically now let's take a look at the hourly, the 12 hour now. Let's move on to the 12 hour. 12 hours, it seems like even though we're dropping, the bulls, they're holding very strong. Price is dropping, volume is dropping, so let's just be cautious if you're bearish for short term, like you know, hourly and all that good stuff. Be cautious. 12-hour volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. We could definitely get a support, temporary support, just about 91.50, which is like my temporary target, right? 91.50. We also got 50% of this reversal body candle, which is like 89.50. So keep an eye on it. Whenever you get, I keep saying it, okay, whenever you get like a reversal body candle, like 50% retest of that wick is very probable. You don't get it all the time, and you don't get it like whenever you want it. Sometimes market can give you a very curve price action and take forever to basically retest it. But the goal is pay attention to it. Okay, I would say like 70% out of the time you're gonna retest it, and you can go back and check it. All of these weeks we came back and retest them. We came back and retest all of them. So this one is the most recent week, right? All the way down to 89. 50% of it going to be just about like 89.70. So a retest of 89.70 is very probable. I'm not saying we're going to do it today, but market can do this, do that, and then come back, retest it right there, and then going up. So let's just keep that in mind, all right? And in terms of wave analysis, this is just a 3-wave move pullback, okay? Similarly to the same move we got right there, but this one got me, okay? This one I was expecting another pump up to like a 98, 99. I was expecting a higher, basically, price action, but it just dumped, right? Give us a very engulfing, not engulfing, but a very impulse wave move to the downside. But it is the same structure right there, and then you got another one right there. You guys remember this one was like that Friday when I was saying like be cautious. That was like the 92 area level, right? Back in like a March, right? 92 100 level. I gave you guys an update, and I was like, BC is about to make a very big move to the downside. And if you go on the hourly, you can even see it better. Yeah, right there. If you go back and check any of my analysis, like just about like the first week of March, right, to the basically the first week of March, you can go back, check all my analysis, right? I was saying like we about to make a very big dump to the downside, very big dump. All right, so you take a look at it, similar move, triangle formation before we got this fake out, right? I think I had basically a position right there with the stop loss above like 92. It did not hit it, but it just pumped. Everybody got excited, it dumped, and I was like, okay, since like it is a fake out, let's see if market going to give us another reversal up to 91. It never did. It just kept dropping. So I was like, so let's just be cautious. We're making the same exact structure, like we got right around like a 92 area, right, back in like the first week of March. And we at the same exact level. You take a look at the price action, right? Same line, okay? It is at the same exact level, okay? Pay attention to this red line. You can see same exact level, okay? Same exact level. So let's just be cautious. We could be making the same exact triangle and basically get the fake out, right? And then possible fake out right there, and then get this dump down. And that's also very possible. So let's just keep that in mind. All right. Hey, what's up, Rob? It seems like you're new to the group. Make sure to hit the likes and subscribe. Never seen your name, right? So the ABCD, we talked about it yesterday. I don't know if you watch our premium group yet, not premium, but a public update yesterday. If you take a look at it, you're talking about this move. One, two, three, I would say 4, and you could say 5 right there. Okay, so if you're looking for a 5-wave move, you could be doing it like this, right? But I was like, just be cautious, because BTC, does not always give you a triangle, right? So you could be looking for this move. That's pretty, it's just speculating. We're just speculating. We just don't know what type of a structure we're gonna make. but we can just speculate. That's pretty correct, okay? And I mentioned it yesterday, we can still pump up to like a 10.7 to 11k. That's, you know, I'm pretty aware of that. All right, so we can pump to 10.7 to 11k range just to retest this trend line before dropping down to the lower, you know, lower boundary. That's also possible. But another bearish setup, both of these setups are pretty much bearish, but another one you could be anticipating is like this one and something like this, a parallel channel, right? So just like this, okay, you could be anticipating a parallel channel, 1, 2, okay, you're gonna get this wave number 3. You could even get another one and another drop. You just don't know how long it is gonna last. So, but just to basically be very bullish, I'm gonna be like, this could be the last drop, and then we're gonna go to the moon after that. All right, so after that, I'm gonna be a moon boy if we retest this trend line at any given time. I'm not saying it is going to be this year, next year, or like 2020, 2021, 2022, whatever. But whenever we retest this trend line, I'm going to be bullish regardless of fundamentals, regardless of you know, market structure or anything. I'm just going to be very, very bullish, and I'm going to be calling for 100k BTC like everyone. So similar structure we got back in I talked about this long time ago, guys. So but people are not paying attention about this. After we drop right there, that's when I said if we go back to this area, right, that's going to be a major resistance. I talked about this back in March. Okay, back in March. All right, so hey, what's up, Dennis? Okay, SPX, let's move, let's take a look at basically the Dow Jones. Okay, the Dow Jones, let's take a look at the lower degree. The lower degree, guys. So last time we're just gonna recap what we talked about previously. When we were dropping right there, we said pay attention to the 6-hour 100 EMA. Similarly, BTC and Dow Jones, they both got supported by the 6-hour 100 EMA. That's what I was just showing you guys, right? And it punched back up, came back down. So last week I was like, now let's try to fill this gap. It seems like we're not fill. Seems like it doesn't want to fill the gap so far. So, but I would be waiting for the Dow, okay, at least to retest the top right there, which is like 26,907, something like that, 26,970, close enough, right? So we could be retesting it. All right, so and get this ABC correction. This is our impulse, and we could get an ABC correction, A, B, and C, right? And then basically we could, if the bear is strong enough, okay, we get any bad news. You guys know the stock market is basically, most of it, it is based on fundamentals or bad news, okay, so stuff like that. So we could get easily at bad news right around this area 27,000, and we could be dumping. That's a bearish setup I'm anticipating. But once again, I said it, we do not have to break basically 26.5. This alone is a flat correction. Okay, we said it right there. We said we just don't know if it wants to push higher up to this level and close the gap, or we're just gonna get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good enough, and then we're gonna do this. So within the over the next 2 days, 3 days, we're gonna know what what the market wants to do. If it wants to fill the gap at 27,000, or we're just going to be dropping down. We got a very good support, just like BTC back in basically April, May, right? You can see like the same exact level we talked about, like when BTC was like 72, when we said if BTC breaks 72.85, it is going to retest the low, the low 8K to a high 7K area. Similarly, okay, if we break this support level of 25,000, we could possibly be looking for a retest of the low 2300. So we just have to keep that in mind. All right, so now in terms of fib retracement, we could be looking for a possible, that's exactly 50% pullback. Even when you take a look at BTC, that's the same exact level. Okay, 50% pullback going to be low 2300. All right, so but I don't want to be that bearish, right? Let's just keep that in mind. We got a flat, we just don't know if it wants to fill the gap and come back down, even pump back up. But one thing I know, we got a flat already. We just have to basically be cautious and see if market wants to basically just ignore the gap and drop down to 50% pullback. So, you know, it is kind of a, you know, it is very difficult to say which way we're going to go at this point, but we you know, we just have to be cautious, all right, regarding the Dow, right? So now let's take a look at the SPX, right? So S&P 500 similarly, all right, it filled the gap, all right. We talked about it last week. We said, you know, just pay attention to like roughly around like a 3170. So we hit 3170, now we're dropping. So resistance right now going to be definitely, you know, 3220, 3225 area. That's the level we need to pay attention to, all right, at least for the short term. No sign of bearishness so far. Even though we're dropping, it is still a flat correction, right? We got this flat correction. It can easily, you know, push to the upside within the next few days, all right? So, but overall structure right now, okay, it is telling us we got a flat. That's the most important, okay? Not sure if, you know, we're gonna hit this resistance, move sideways a couple of days, and then pump to the upside, but the major sign is like, this is a bearish setup, okay? It is a bearish setup. So let's see how we, you know, we're going to be performing over the next few days. If we get a sell-off, that's going to be pretty good, right? Because BC is going to be selling off, and then we're going to get this 50% pullback, just like the, you know, the Dow. Let's double check. Yep, relatively just about like 382, 32%, which is like 2,800 range. If like we get this sell-off at any given time, we're going to get support 2,800, you know, down to you know, roughly around like a 2750 area. So it is going to be very, very interesting within the next within the next few days, all right? A lot of a bearish setup, but we just have to get confirmation of a sell-off. So now let's take a look at Nasdaq, okay? Nas is doing its thing. It is just pumping, pumping, and pumping. No sign of reversal. 6-hour engulfing candle. Not a big deal. We got the basically you know, 201 EMA on a 6-hour, just about like 10,400. If we sell off down, we got the 600. Not 600, but the 6-hour 100 EMA, just about like 10,000 area. So MACD about to cross down. So let's see if the MACD, you know, crossing down gonna give us any bearish setup, all right? So as you can see, we got this beautiful flat correction, right? I wasn't analyzing the Nasdaq like over the last few, you know, few months and so on, but this is a beautiful, you know, flat correction on the macro scale, and then we got this pump to the upside, okay? Initially, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a further down, okay, like this. A very expanded, something like this. That's what I was looking for initially, but both setup are pretty much correct. They both initiated a bullish setup, and then we looking for this move. The only difference is like basically timing and, you know, price action. Sometimes you're waiting for it to drop lower to retest the low. It's not going to do it. It just give you high and I mean higher lows, and basically pump to the upside. And that's the same setup I showed you yesterday when I said like market gonna pump. It's gonna drop, it's gonna pump, and it's gonna make a higher lows right there, and then it's gonna pump like this. So most of the time you can sometime anticipate another drop. Right? So let's see if Nasdaq at any given time from this point on, right? From this point, if it is going to give us a reversal pattern, it could be 50%. Okay, not just sure how low it is going to drop, because we got multiple support right there, right there, right there. So it's not going to be a you know, an easy drop, you know, at least for the short term. It is a very, very you know, as you can see right there, we got another one. 1, 2, 3. We pump down, we pump to the upside, we come back down. You can see that's the same structure we could possibly make right there. All right, same structure. We got this pump, drop, and pump. We can drop 50% right there before going back up. If markets, you know, the market going to remain very, very bullish over the next few days, few months or so on, right? TMO. So now let's take a look at NEO for Craig. NEO is one of my top coins, right? So but it doesn't have any hype recently. You know, all the hype is gone. Chainlink, Tezos, and all that good stuff. ADA, they still in the hype from Neo. All right, they gotta do better in terms of marketing. So let's take a look at 3-day chart for Neo. So Neo basically, I got a market like buy level, a retest of the 85,000 level. If like we drop down, it's been moving sideways, like you know, even like since the big drop, like you know, mid-March, it's been moving sideways. I don't think that's it is bullish, this setup right now. So let's see if like we're going to be able to retest the 85,000 to like a 90,000 area. That's going to be you know, a very good level to be accumulating, because you can see it is going to make a nice double bottom, 1 2 3, 1 2 and 3 wave move down, and then we can anticipate over the next few months a bullish setup. Retest this level of you know, June high. We already retested June high back in February, but we cannot even go back up to February highs, right? Most alt, you know, recent target are basically February highs, and Neo is not doing much of a, you know, much of a basically it's not doing much of a, you know, pump, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we come back down to I'm holding some Neo, but if you come back down to some 80, just about 85,000, I'm looking to add more. But if it keeps going up, I'm just gonna hold, right? But you know, a nice entry at 85,000 would be going to be very, very juicy move to anticipate with over the next few months. It could pump next year. I'm not saying it is going to do it now, but if we retest 85,000, it is going to make a very strong case for the bulls to jump in and then just hold tight till next year, probably for a very impulse move to the upside. We got multiple resistances. We got just about like 0.002, which is like 260,000. So you know, so let's just pay attention to that. First target 160,000, and second target 260,000 over the next few months. All right, so it could be very slow. So BTC Dominance chart. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at basically Tomo, and then we're going to take a look at ICX, Tezos, Link, and basically let's go ahead and take a look at Link first, since we so Link, right? Chainlink. So Link is going to the moon, right? So basically Link, my target for Link, really guys, I showed you yesterday, it is basically 17,000. I think Link is highly overvalued in this bear market. This trend line, you can still move it. It is very subjective, like I said, right? If you want to even do it like this, you can do it like that, right? Just like I was showing with BTC, it can still pump all the way up to like a, you know, 60 roughly around like a 66,000. Okay, just say 70,000. Current price is like 60,000. We can pump all the way up to 70,000. It is still going to be within the trend line. So, and I don't see anything bullish about it. I mean, as long as we do not break it, I think like Link gonna be pulling back. Okay, so if like you're holding some Link and we retest like 70,000, I'm not giving you any financial advice, right? But I would be taking profit. Not saying we're not gonna pump up. We're not gonna get more pumps, right? But at least for the short term, best thing to do is like take some profits. Otherwise, people are gonna come out and say Link is going to 100K, 200K, and all that good stuff, and then it is going to dump. I said it right there. Okay, sell some Link. When people started calling for Link $17, $20 mid-February, I was like, guys, get rid of Link and buy back around like a $2, $1.50 range. So I said it right there, buy some link. Okay, so but as of now it is still pumping, so just huddle and look for 70,000 range. All right, so 70,000. KuCoin share. So now let's take a look at basically Link USD. So Link USD broke the resistance, right? We got multiple support, just about like $1.50, $1.70. Now we're breaking resistance. So let's see if we're not gonna get a shooting star right there. So if we get a shooting star within the next few days, that could be it. It has to maintain the the uptrend, otherwise it is coming back down. So we could get a possible good support just about like $4.70 even if we drop back down. But let's just keep that in mind. We have to stay above $5 right now, otherwise we could be coming back down, especially when Link Btc is looking for a possible retest of 70,000. Definitely Link, if Btc stay at 92, Link can pump another basically 10-15%, right? Link USD can hit easily $6 to a $6.5, right? Easily, okay, if Link Btc pumped. All right, so now let's take a look at Tezos. Tezos XTZ. I think XTZ is basically making a descending triangle. Take a look at it. Oh. Okay, so XTZ is making a descending triangle. Beautiful support, right? So I'm bullish on XTZ. Okay, just because we got this beautiful descending triangle, we got a very good short-term bullishness to retest at least just about like a 30,000 level. Okay, current price is like 26, just about like 26,000, right? So we can easily get a nice pump to like a 31 to 33,000, depending how you draw this trend line right there. If you want to draw it right there, we can definitely hit like a 34,000 area. So let's just keep that in mind. If we close above the 3-day 21 EMA within the next few days, I would give it a chance. It doesn't mean we're gonna be pumping, right? But at least for the short term, we can give it a chance to retest right there. We got first pump right there, failed, so second one could be successful, and then we're gonna retest like a 34,000. But we're still gonna be within within the bearish pattern. All right, so let's take a look at XTZ USD. Tezos USD, similarly beautiful setup, right? That's a flat correction. We can definitely get this move, even if like we're gonna retest the top just about like a $3, which basically confirm the XTZ BTC bearish triangle setup, right? We can still get this top formation, also triple top formation up to $3. Not sure if you're gonna break it, but short-term analysis would just look for, we got this flat just like the Nasdaq. We can definitely even pump higher, so let's just keep that in mind. All right, so XTZ is kind of bullish, all right, at least for the short term. I haven't forgot about Tomo. I'm going to Tomo. TOMO. So Tomo doesn't let's take a look at the daily. It just doesn't have enough price history. So I think Tomo and ERD kind of have a similar structure. ERD, I think it broke like 53 and started pumping. So Tomo is a hold. That's the only thing I can say. I'm not saying we're gonna moon or we're not gonna moon, but we broke major resistance right there, just about like 6,000 area, 7,000 area. So current price just about like 7,000 level. So it is a good sign, at least for the short term. Even if we come back down and retest the 21 EMA, which is like 5,700 level, it is gonna be a hold, right? Good accumulation level. We broke it. Even if we come back down, it is just going to be a retest. So next level to be paying attention to, it is going to be like 9,000 to 10,000 area. All right, so I'm not saying it's gonna pump right now, but it is the next level to be paying attention to. So great potential for Tomo as long as we stay above this area of a 21 EMA on the daily. The 3-day chart, I can use it because we just don't have enough history, but it is pretty much, we don't have enough history, so but we pretty much broke this resistance beautifully. Okay, so it is a hold, no time to do in and out, just huddle. Okay, if we hit basically a 9,000, it is gonna, you know, basically hit the wall. You might want to take a profit and wait for like a week, 2 weeks to you know, see what market going to be doing, and then you're gonna jump back in. But at least for the short term, look for this 9,000 level, and then you got like a, you know, 5,000, you know, 5,500 area as a support. All right. QDM USD, I'm bullish on QDM. It is just moving slow. I'm bullish on QDM and Tron BTC, and QDM BTC also very undervalued. QDM. Let's take a look at QDM BTC. QDM BTC very pretty much undervalued. So as you can see, beautiful setup right there. I said it a couple weeks ago. Okay, it is just moving sideways. All right, so that's a bull flag. I would be looking for this move. Not sure if we're gonna break it, but that's what I'm looking for. Okay, we might fail to break it this time and come back down, retest this level before pumping, but my bias is like we're most likely going to be breaking it very soon. Okay, if we don't, it is okay. I'm gonna be looking for another retest of like you know, just about like 14,000 area. Okay, 14 to 15,000 level. Just this trend line, it doesn't matter what price, but just this trend line of 14 to 15,000. But as of now, I'm looking for 24,000 and up. Okay, right there, 24,000 and up. All right, so let's take a look at QDM USD. I don't pay attention much to Alto USD, but QDM USDT. Right, so not looking bad. Okay, not looking bad. So we just gotta be able to break this level of gotta be able to break this area, just about a current price of 180, which is basically pretty good because both QDM USD and QDM BTC, they're making similar type of bull flag. So let's see if we're gonna get this move. All right, and try to break $2 at least. $2 is going to be very crucial because it is going to be 2-day 100 EMA, as you can see right there, previous resistance, right? And right there, it seems like we do not want to stay too long above it. So let's see if like we're gonna stay above $2 range this time. All right, so now let's take a look at Ether, ADA, and Atom. Let's take a look at Atom first, because Atom, it is one of my top pick, right? But I'm being too cautious with Atom. So, but it seems to be a good buy as of now, right? But we got a nice double bottom right there. Atom, I was looking for a retest of just about this level of you know, 2,000. All right, I think 20,000, right? 20,000 area. So, but it seems like we got a beautiful double bottom. We got a beautiful double bottom right there, which could be just a 3-way move pullback, just similar to what BTC is doing right now. And then we're gonna get this move. That's the level I'm looking for, Atom. Okay, not sure if we're gonna get it now before the pump, and after that I'm looking for almost like, yeah, I think 3,500 right there. Okay, right there. That's the level I'm looking for, but I want to get in right there first. Okay, 2,000, 20,000 area, but current price, it is almost like 35,000. All right, so but beautiful double bottom, 3-way move pullback. We can get rejection from 37,000 and then get this move. All right, other than that, we could turn very bullish and keeps going up, but I don't think we're going to be we got a chance to keep going up as the structure, you know, looking at this structure, I don't think we got a chance to keep going up. But if it does, it is going to be a great move up to like a 50% to 0.618. All right, but kind of a risky entry for now. All right, so would look for this one first. ICX QKX. So ICX, did we get a break? I think ICX just broke out 14%, something like that. Okay, so that's what I was saying about ICX over the last few weeks. I was like, wait for a breakout. Now we got this breakout. That's a clean breakout. You can take a chance, right? You know, if you're holding it, you just huddle. You know, if you want to wait 50% of this this week, you can just look for the 5,000. You know, just about 5,500 area, right? At least for the short term, for a possible rejection, which is like 50% of this week. Which is pretty much very easy level to pay attention to. If you do it in terms of like a Fibonacci, let's see, it is also 0.786, right? So, and 0.618 going to be 5,000. So 5,000 to 5,000, you know, 500 going to be a very good area to start like, basically analyzing your position and see what you want to do with it. All right, but it is a bull flag. Not saying we're going to be pumping, but just pay attention to a possible rejection just about 5,500. If we break 6,500, it could be going to the moon, and April high going to be just about right there. April high is like almost 9,000, 10,000, exactly 9,000 and 10,000. I remember this area exactly when basically one chain was like almost 12,000, ICX was like 11,000 because they were moving together. I was very bullish on ICX back then, right there. I was like, we're going to be pumping to the upside. And that time I wasn't even paying attention to the 3-day 21 EMA, but I was so bullish on ICX right there. I was like, ICX buy in, right there. And price was just below the 3-day 21 EMA. But that time I wasn't using this strategy. Even though it was working well, I just didn't realize it. I was just paying attention to other indicators and all that good stuff. We pumped right there, we broke it. I was like, that's it. So as soon as we broke like 7,000, I was like, even though, okay, I wasn't paying attention to the 21 EMA on the 3-day, but as soon as we broke this area of 7,000, I was like, oh gosh, let's just basically look for 5,000 level. So looking good so far, okay? No sign of panic or anything, just huddle. QKX. QKC, not QKX. It is still a hold, okay? I think I got a target just about like 150, so moving slow, no sign of selling pressure. So I think it's been pumping over the last few days, 10%, 15% and all that good stuff. So it is still looking good. 75 could be looking for all the way up to like a 110 to 115. If you're patient enough, you could be looking for all the way up to like a 200 sats if you're patient enough, right? So not sure how long, because we can easily, okay, depend if you're day trading or you know basically swing trading or you're holding for the long term, we can easily come back down, get another reaccumulation just like ADA, right? And then you know, could be very slow before taking off, right? But as of now, you know, temporary resistance is going to be just about like 110. RVN, I think RVN is one of my top pick in my premium group. It is actually very, very undervalued. I think RVN is like 209. Raven, I think it is at 209. It is highly undervalued, okay? So compared to the rest of the crypto, not in terms of fundamentals, right, but compared to the rest of the crypto, it is highly undervalued. If you take a look at it, right, from first week of May and now, right, from since like first week of May, it is up like not even 10%. Not even 10%, guys. So, and since like January, right, it is down over 40%, right? Not bad, 25%, but it dropped as low as 30%. So it is highly undervalued. So would be accumulating just in this range, okay, would be accumulated. Even if it drops down, guys, to 160, it is going to be a very good buy, right? The thing is, if you're in a hurry and you're looking for a 500% move and try to get rich quick, you know, you might be very disappointed, right? But if you're swing trading like for 3 to 6 months, you're like, I'm just gonna buy, I'm gonna forget it. I know we got multiple resistances, just about like 400 to 500. If it dropped to 150, it is going to be a good buy. Up to 500, it is going to be almost 4x your money, okay? So 3x your money, right? So stuff like that. But very undervalued. I don't know anything about Swissborg, man. So CHS, let's take a look at it. BTC. I don't know anything about it. Swissborg. Beautiful accumulation, pumped to the upside. Broke resistance was just about like this sucker is like what, 10,000? 9,000, right? So okay, 1,000 so not 10,000. I don't know why Coinbase is giving me, I mean not Coinbase, TradingView is giving me too many digits, right? But it just broke resistance. It doesn't have any history. Dump down, move sideways, pump. So let's see how we're going to be handling this level of new accumulation. It could, okay, we got, look for support just about this level of 82.7 range, right? And if we break it, you know, you're most likely going to come back down for reaccumulation. You just don't know how long it is going to take. MACD about to cross down. RSI is crossing down. That 3-day 21 EMA could support the price over the next few few days or so on. So if you're swing trading, you could look for a reversal, okay? You know, you could look for another reversal, 40% pump. KNC still pumping, okay? Broke resistance right there. So CAB is just pumping, all right? So it is still a hold. I wouldn't be selling right now until we break this area of just about like 8,500 level, right? It is still a hold, just about almost 10,000, right? Just about 10,000 area. Even if we dump down, we're gonna get a massive support at 10,000. I think I talked about it last time when it was like 13,000. So we keep pumping. No sign of reversal. Clean move. The only sign of reversal you should worry about is like this possible bearish divergence. Price is basically making high highs. Your indicator is relatively making lower highs. So but it shouldn't be a big issue because we can still make a flat correction right there. 1, 2, drop back down. Okay, price is not going to drop, but just your indicator going to drop, and then you're going to get this big impulse move. It means we could be basically moving coming back down, retest like a 13,000 to basically 14,000 area before going up to like almost like a 40,000 level. So but not saying we will, but it has a possibility to do so. No sign of rejection as of now. Okay, no sign of rejection. My favorite coin is BTC. Okay, so as of now, just BTC, guys, just BTC. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna accumulate anything else, but I'm buying to gain more BTC. So you gotta understand why I'm saying BTC. All right, even if I buy XRP, I'm buying XRP versus BTC. If I buy Tron, I'm buying Tron versus BTC. The performance versus BTC, that's what matter for me, okay? Not like the dollar. Yes, the dollar value matters, but BTC going to take care of the dollar value. All right. So if I buy a coin, I'm looking at it versus BTC. If it is going to go If this coin going to go up versus BTC, I'm happy. You know, that's all. If BTC drops, I'm okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at basically BTC once again before I call it a day. So we got another reversal candle right there on the hourly. MACD is still crossing down on the hourly basis. I think yesterday we talked about it. We said if we drop down, it could be very good for the you know, for the bears. If like we get this hourly crossover, you know, we did get that hourly crossover. Now we're still facing down. Instead of getting another bullish crossover, we got a fake out, so we could be definitely going lower. Looking at the MACD, even though we got a nice reversal, let's see if this reversal is going to hold true, and we could either look for a double top right there, just about like a 93.50 to 93.50 to 93.60 level for a possible you know, reversal short-term trade. Okay, all of this could be just noise. If you're basically day trading, swing trading, you could possibly use it, but I'm not saying like, even if I'm not saying like we're gonna get rejected and drop down to basically a 1K and all that good stuff. I'm just saying this is a possible reversal, okay, for a retest of that area for the short term. So good buying pressure on the hourly basis, but we got like 15 minutes left for this hourly, so it's not big enough compared to the previous selling pressure. So take a look at it on, yeah, pretty good though, not bad, very good one. So but you got your hourly 100 EMA just about like a 91.88. So even if we drop down right there, you got, you know, you're gonna get a very good support short-term range. So with a three-way move, we could get this one again. Okay, so I would be anticipating, at least for the short term, a retest of low to mid 93 within the next few hours. All right, would be looking for a retest of it. All right, so one last thing we're going to talk about, it is going to be BTC Dominance. I don't know why, but I keep forgetting to talk about the BTC Dominance, right? So the BTC Dominance, it is basically let's just clean up everything. So the BTC Dominance, before I clean it up, right, so we got a possible three-way move up, right? Not a possible, but we already got a three-way move, 1 2 3 4 5, and we saying like we can get another three-way move down before getting another five-way move up, right? So which is going to be a corrective move, a zigzag 535 move. Okay, that's something like we just have to keep in mind, at least for the short term. All right, so that's one possible way of looking at the BTC Dominance. Beautiful basically support just about this level. You can see like the trend line, even though we broke it. Take a look at on the weekly basis. On the weekly basis, I talked about this weekly 100 EMA long time ago. Now you can see like we still, okay, most people like to draw a trend line, but if you just use your weekly 100 EMA, you don't need any trend lines. Okay, you can see like we basically getting support. Price is getting supported by the you know, weekly 100 EMA. As you can see, resistance right there. Now we using it as a support. So until basically we break it, the BTC Dominance could be going up at any given time. Okay, we could be going up at any given time right now. So let's just keep that in mind. All right, so we got WXY. Okay, we could get this W, X, and Y correction before we get into this WXY. That's one way of looking at it. Or we could just say we get W, X, Y, X, and Z. If we break this area, we're gonna get this Z move before reversing. So just to repeat it, okay, we got this move. We can possibly get 1 2 3 4 5 WXY correction, right? A Z correction to the downside, or we already probably get this we already probably get this WXY correction, and we can get another WXY correction, WX and Y correction before getting another WXY correction. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's also very possible, but it's going to take forever because Btc Dominance doesn't move very fast. So you can see, like, we picked at September and it is almost September and we've still been moving down. Okay, so not almost, but we got just about 60 more days, right? Almost a year we've been trending down. So this entire structure could take another year to, a year and a half just to basically drop down to like a 57 or like a drop down to like a 50% if volatility remains the same. So just be cautious. Do not expect like Btc Dominance to capitulate and all of that good stuff for alt to 100x. I would be very, very cautious, right? Got three-way move, so let's see if this is going to be a three-way move and another pullback. Okay, at least for the short term. That's the bearish setup for the Btc Dominance. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Most likely I'm going to go live again, same time, just about 3:30 to 3:45 p.m. an hour to 45 minutes before the market close. We might be going live again. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Be safe out there. Market going to be very volatile over the next few hours. No need to FOMO. Market going to be around forever. Most of you guys been trading for at least the last year and a half to 3 years. No need to FOMO. No need to basically basically going to 100x and all that good stuff. Market is not going on. Market is not going anywhere. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.